I've got a lineup of some boxes right here. These boxes are sold in Apple, Best Buy, the top retailers, and I'm going to show you guys the evolution of design that we took to improve this packaging to achieve the ultimate success in these retailers. Make sure and stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you guys the finished product, the finished package that actually was the most winning package on the shelf in Apple. If you're trying to sell your product in Apple, Target, Best Buy, or Amazon, wherever you're trying to sell it, a boutique, we have that long, okay? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? That's called a split second. This is how long we have to capture someone's attention, to first get their attention, to actually pick up our box. So how do we get someone to step one, to pick up our packaging? You might be thinking to yourself, well, my competitors are doing this. My competitors have a blue bottle or they have a brown box, so maybe I should do that too. You guys, we have to shift our mentality from being like other companies because they're seeing success and actually standing out from the crowd and doing our own thing. Specifically, when we looked at this brand, which is Jaybird headphones, we took a competitive analysis and looked at all of the other packaging that it was going to be sitting next to when it was in Best Buy, when it was in Apple. What are the other colors of the boxes? Now, as you can see here, these boxes are white. They're really clean. We saw that the rest of the competition was going with colors and was going with black. So often are we actually trying to copy competitors and not stand out. We want the product to pop off the shelf. Like literally, if Honda is selling all their products stock as a red bike, a red motorcycle, and Yamaha is trying to compete with them, do you think Yamaha should do a red motorcycle or maybe a yellow one or a blue one? We have to think about this. We have to really do a competitive analysis so we actually are standing out from the crowd. All right, so now that we got our attention, the attention of our prospect, we have a split-second decision. We have them to look at our box. This box needs to communicate a couple layers of messaging. We have two chances to do this. Number one is with the image. That is the first thing that's going to capture their attention. So as you can see on this box right here, we have a really nice image. If the product can't be shown itself, we're actually going to show a really high quality image of this packaging. And so as you can see on this first version that we did here, we have an image of the headphone. And you can see this green headphone right here. It says X2 wireless. So we've got X2 wireless. They know it's a wireless headphone. There's a picture, a really nice picture of the headphone that's really clean. This is a matte finish box. First thing someone's gonna do when they open a box is they're gonna hold it, they're gonna take it off the shelf, and they're gonna pass the side. They're not gonna really look at the side, and they're gonna turn that box right around. And when they turn that box around, you guys, this is another, we have a couple layers of communication that we can do here. You can see here there's a full bullet point list of all of the different benefits of this product. This first one being wireless music and calls with complete remote controls. So they're gonna read the first one. It's just like a menu. This is exactly like a menu at a restaurant. Everyone's gonna read the top item every single time. We're lucky if they read the second item. When we have a box that is rigid, this is communicating to the customer that is a high-end product that has rigidity to. Rigidity, is that a word? Rigidity? But that it feels good, right? We can't really compress it down in. It has some really nice angles. It's kind of heavy. So they're gonna take that, they're gonna feel that it's rigid, they're gonna feel that it's matte. You can see the box is matte finish, but the product itself has a really nice gloss pop to it. So now, as you can see when I'm opening these product up, they're gonna go straight from the front, they're gonna read that, they're gonna feel how rigid it is, then they're gonna flip it over to the back, they're gonna read that top item. That top item is your number one priority, and the second one is the next priority. And then we have an opportunity to actually invite them to open this product. We're not gonna put a giant open here or a giant test here thing. We're actually gonna do it subtly. And the way we do this is we know if they're gonna put this back on the shelf or hang it back up, they're gonna turn it back over to the front. And as they do that, they're gonna feel this little cloth tab, this little woven tab with a Jaybird logo on it. That is gonna be our call to action for them, inviting them to open this up. So as you can see is when we open this up, that's where we're gonna get this really nice, powerful image along with another catchphrase or another piece of branding real estate that we're able to communicate a simple message. Now, a lot of time in messaging, companies like to overkill this. They like to like put every fact and benefit and result and thing about that product, but you can see what we've done with Jaybird here is we just said one simple tagline: power your passion. We're putting someone in the element of using the product. You can see the product used on this person. You can see how the box here is sort of elevated from the rest of this brochure essentially now. This black box, and as we flip this around, you can see how the sides here are gloss. Now, as we said before, we don't want a lot of gloss in packaging. This just, it feels cheaper when we do this. So what we've done, I'm gonna show you guys version 2 now, because version 2, we're improving this even more. We wanted to get rid of this perimeter of gloss. The reason I don't like this is because sometimes there's gonna be a little tape line, there's gonna be a corner that's sort of popping up, there's gonna be a glue mark. It's hard to make this clear plastic completely seamless. But I'm gonna show you guys our second version right now, because we've already taken this and we've taken this in a note, we've done our A/B testing, and we're already improving this product. So check this out. So you can see here on the second version that I'm showing you guys right now, we went a little more, even on the image, we took it 3-dimensional. We went a little closer in, and you can see the shape and the texture of the headphone itself. So now, as you can see, same thing, right? We have this front piece that says Freedom Wireless. We've got a really nice, clean, high-res shot of the headphone. Do not skimp on your photography. It's not worth it. As we compare these side by side, these two boxes, I'm gonna show you guys the improvements here and how the little things matter. It matters with speed. So this first one, it says wireless music and calls with complete remote controls. Now, when you do any kind of marketing, is there a shorter way that you can communicate a message? So you can see on this next one, we said wireless music and calls, right? This says the same things essentially, but we made it shorter, and then we broke some of those benefits down into shorter bullet points. Now we've got this package, and as you can see, same thing. I'm gonna turn it over, I'm gonna read that front piece, and then I'm gonna open this up, and you can see the sides of this box now. This is a matte finish box. This feels high-end already. There's nothing wrong with this first box that I showed you, this Jaybird box. It's still really high-end, don't get me wrong, but this second one, you see this matte corners? This presents less gloss. It gives us a nice window right into the product, and it gives us a really solid presentation for the headphones are perfectly placed in here. On the left side here, you can see same thing, power your passion, where we have a model actually using the product, and you can see him using it, and you can see how sleek and awesome the product is. And now on the unboxing experience, we're gonna pull this tab open, and we slide it up, and you can see this is in a white foam. This is a UVA foam. And we pop that out, and we have a really seamless unboxing experience. This is actually a white glove packaging, we call it. So it has to be packaged in here with white gloves because it's a really nice white foam. The texture of this just is really lightweight and gives us a very seamless presentation. Now we're really getting somewhere with our potential customer here. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the fact that we're able to get somebody from looking at the shelf, standing back, getting closer, picking up our box, turning it over, opening it up, like them opening that up with that little tab, that little woven cloth tab with that call to action, that is giving us another 7 to 10 seconds of time with that client. And now their likelihood of buying dramatically increases. The more time they spend holding and touching and reading about your product, the more chances that we have to sell to them. So we need to do these small little things like that tab to invite our clients to pick it up and feel it and touch it. You guys, you have to treat your packaging like a marketing funnel, right? Just like we're really serious about our websites, our landing pages, how to optimize somebody, or we're gonna use a red button or a green button. When we treat our packaging the same way, our chances of success, whether it be in a retailer on a retail shelf or online on our website or on Amazon, we have to treat it the exact same way. The more impressions, the more we can get them to look at our packaging, the more chances we have to sell. When we were doing our competitive analysis with Jaybird and looking at the competition and everything that they wanted to achieve with the brand, it was very important for us to understand what market they wanted to be in, who they wanted to sell to, right? So often do we look at our product and we say, okay, and we price it at $15, and we're trying to compete with another company that's selling something for $30. The $30 buyers are rarely gonna come down to $15 unless we package it right. So in this case, some of these headphones are about $150. Now, if we wanted a Beats by Dre, if we wanted a Bose customer to come down to our $150 mark from their $300 mark, what do we have to do? We have to invest in a brand and a packaged experience that's going to take them there. So when they compare the two products on the shelf, when they look at the battery life and the box and they're doing that comparison, they're actually looking at it and saying, this is a much better value and it feels like it's just as quality as this other one. So they wanted to be in that range where they're actually competing and bringing a shopper down from 300 to 150, and we're able to do this through the packaging. Now, if this wasn't necessarily important to them to do, then it wouldn't matter. We would do this in a flimsier box. We would take this in a smaller, a lower end package. But the fact that they wanted to compete with these other headphone companies and bring people down to that level, this is what made us design the packaging this way. So another note on the image on the front is the fact that we're just using a clean image by itself. I know a lot of companies like to actually put lifestyle images on the packaging, the front of their packaging. This is sometimes a good thing to do, but other times you don't want to confuse any customer what they're getting, right? If I have a model on there, like if I had this picture of this guy riding his bike and I had this helmet on there, it can be kind of confusing what I'm selling. We don't want any confusion what we're selling. So I'm going to put that lifestyle image somewhere else on the back or on the interior of this box, but the front really should be a simple, like exactly what the product is. Okay, so let's get a little bit of a recap going here. The shape, the size, the color, different from our competition. Does it have an impactful image and a simple product name on the front of it? Is it rigid? Does it feel high end? That's what we're going for. We want to go for more matte finish, less gloss. Is the top benefit at the 1 or 2 position on the back of the package? Is there a call to action like this woven tab to get them to open the packet? Clean lifestyle image on the interior. All right, guys, thanks for making it to right here at the end of the video. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing if you want to learn more information about Mint packaging and how we do that. Also, I'm really curious, what headphones are you using? And did you keep the box that it came in? I found myself keeping the packaging boxes of really high-end boxes and then using them for just like little compartmental things inside drawers. So see you guys on the next one.